Hey guys, alright, so this video I've been wanting to do for a few weeks. Okay, so the idea of this video is basically just interesting facts, well, facts that I find interesting about Scooby-Doo. This is just an idea I had not too long ago. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. In Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders, when Shaggy meets Crystal, he introduces himself as Norville, which is his real name. If you have the... I've had this for a long time, so don't judge me. The Scooby-Doo Where Are You complete first and second seasons, and it's asking like what Shaggy's real name is. If you turn it upside down, it says Norville. So yeah, his real name is Norville. Speaking of Shaggy, in a VHS episode compilation thing that I had when I was little, I forget what it's called, but in between episodes, it would have like the characters, like behind the scenes stuff, except it's just the characters, the actors in character. And Fred even says that the reason why Shaggy's so skinny is not because Scooby steals his food, it's because he's a vegetarian. And if you go and watch Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire, I think it is, when they go to Australia, during a picnic scene, you see Shaggy eating a salad. That's because he's a vegetarian. I find that interesting. Alright, so in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies that everyone loves to hate, by the way, the actors playing Fred and Daphne in real life, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar, in real life they're married. Not a lot of people know that. It kind of makes sense because Fred and Daphne are the ideal couple of the series. And here's something that I didn't really notice when I was a kid, but now that I'm an adult, I kind of picked up on. In movies like Alien Invaders, Zombie Island, Reluctant Werewolf, Ghoul School, one where they meet the Boo Brothers, some of the monsters are real. Now, this next one, Maya actually brought to my attention. Scooby-Doo has pretty much had a crossover, and they've met pretty much everyone from the Boo Brothers, the rock band Kiss. They even did a crossover with Supernatural. That's just weird. If you watch Looney Tunes Back in Action, and this is kind of going back to the live-action Scooby-Doo movies, Matthew Lillard, who played Shaggy, the live-action Shaggy. If you watch Looney Tunes Back in Action, you see Matthew Lillard at this table with Scooby-Doo and Shaggy being voiced by Casey Kasem. And Casey Kasem's actually criticizing Matthew Lillard. Well, Casey Kasem passed away a few years ago, and since then Matthew Lillard has been voicing Shaggy. So that was kind of Casey Kasem like passing the torch on to Matthew Lillard, and I find that interesting. Going back to these two movies, in Alien Invaders, one of the fake aliens that turned out to be guys in costumes, the white guy is voiced by Mark Hamill. And in Zombie Island, Snakebite Scroggs, the guy with the really big pig, that's also Mark Hamill, and I find that weird. But at the same time, I'm not really surprised because Mark Hamill also does voice acting when he's not doing Star Wars. Speaking of voice actors, the original voice actor for Fred, yeah, he's pretty much still at it. except whenever he's not voicing Fred, there's this other guy that's currently voicing Scooby. At least I think so. But anyway, yeah, the original voice actor for Fred is pretty much still doing it since the 60s. The 60s. Alright, right before I finish this up, this is something that I noticed in the original series. There's a laughing track in the background. Yeah. Like, whenever Shaggy and Scooby would say something funny, you'd hear laughter in the background. I don't know if that, like, carried on into the later seasons, like in the 80s and stuff, but I do know it was in the original series, and I find that interesting. Alright, to kind of wrap this up, the last fact is just the fact that, well, it's pretty much made most of our childhoods. It's been going on since the 60s, as I said before. And although there have been some spin-off series that haven't really done very well. Mystery Incorporated. Anyway, of course, I'm mainly a fan of the old series and the old movies. I'm really not that big a fan of the new ones, mainly because, well, I find, like, the old stuff, like, a collection of masterpieces, and I just really don't want to object myself to the new stuff, mainly because, well, I've seen quite a few episodes recently of the most recent series. It's really not that good, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. If y'all want to watch the new series, that's up to you. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have for y'all today. Sorry if this was kind of rushed. It's just, I've had a long day, and I really wanted to get this video filmed, edited, uploaded as quickly as possible because time is of the essence. I'm supposed to be getting a call from Maya pretty soon. She says it's urgent. Yeah, in the last Friday update video, I kind of messed up my routine a little bit, and I messed up my routine in the sense of I did something that I shouldn't have, that I didn't mention in the video that I did, but I've pretty much made a mental note not to do it again, so hopefully next week will be better. So thank you all for stopping by, and I'll hit y'all with another multimedia video either next week or the week after. I haven't really decided. Anyway, so thank you for stopping by. See ya.